Hey, what's going on, guys? It's part five. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and throw out the truth because I don't have a big enough following for it to really matter. There's very few people who watch these videos right now because I have such a low subscription count. So I'm going to put this out. This is actually part five. Part four, I already filmed and uploaded it earlier, and it's still uploading because I used the other phone, the other camera. It takes longer to upload for some odd reason. This one uploads really quick, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this one. This will be out before part four, but part four, I go ahead and explain a few things that are profound, but part five, which is this one, I'm going to explain a little bit more. This is stuff that I believe is classified. I believe that there's absolutely human beings who know about these things, and they keep it secret from you guys, and they can keep it secret from you guys because you guys are stupid. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Ether exists. And the biggest proof that there's ether is the fact that black holes, these like super nova black holes that are shooting out light particles out of their north and south poles at over the speed of light. See, Einstein said you can't do that, but we have proof that Einstein's wrong. So yes, Einstein, your theory is incorrect, okay? So that jet that's shooting the light, it's not just shooting the light particles out, it's actually shooting mass out of the north and south pole of the black holes. The reason why that's coming out at over the speed of light is because the ether itself is being shot out of the black hole through the north and south pole. So those of you saying, well, wait a second, if ether is being shot out of the north and south of the black hole, why is that? It's because the ether that's flowing into the black hole everywhere else is coming in at such a strong strength that it actually creates a whirlpool. And hypothetically, if you created a whirlpool, okay, in the ocean with water, like a really big whirlpool, like let's say, you could take a helicopter and you could lower the helicopter down below the surface of the rest of the ocean. You could land a helicopter in that giant, not land, but you could lower a helicopter down below the water surface of the rest of the ocean. It would still be in the air, is the point. The helicopter would not be experiencing the actual force of the water whirlpool. Okay, do you understand that? So that means the helicopter could easily take back off up through the air, right? So where the air is in the whirlpool of water is the lack of water. Do you understand that? Okay. So hypothetically, if you get rid of the helicopter and instead you install a big fire hose right there where the whirlpool is, like you had a fire hose sticking up out of the ocean, or it came straight up like a needle, you could easily shoot water upward into the sky right there, okay? The rest of the water that's whirlpooling around, that's coming into the drain, so you have like a drain, you have a big drain, and then you have a single hose with a fire spigot on the top, like a fire hose, that's shooting water straight up. The water that's being shot straight up, it has no resistance from the other water that's whirlpooling in. This is why there's the jets at the north and south pole of the black hole, is because the ether, the flow of ether, now you have to substitute water in for ether, okay? Or excuse me, yeah, you got to substitute ether in for water now when we go to the black hole. The flow of ether into the black hole is everywhere except for at the whirlpools. It's like a hurricane. There's the north and the south pole. Regular storms don't create the whirlpool. You have to get a lot of flow to get the whirlpool, to get the tornado, to get the hurricane. So Earth and its flow is not fast enough to create a whirlpool. Okay? We don't have a place where there's a lack of gravity because ether is not flowing into Earth fast enough. Ether is flowing into the black hole at over the speed of light. The mere fact that a black hole exists is proof that there is ether. It shows that the medium that the wave travels across cannot, or excuse me, the medium that the wave travels across is flowing into the black hole at over the rate at which the waves travel across the medium, meaning the ether is flowing into the black hole at over the speed of light, and the waves across the ether, which is the speed of light, that's what we call the speed of light, is the waves across the ether, the same way that we have sound waves across the air, Okay, and I've explained this before on my other YouTube channel. I'm going to explain it here again. It's no different than if I put you in a wind tunnel, and it's you and another person in a wind tunnel, and I could turn up the wind tunnel to over the speed of sound. Okay, the air is blowing by you at over the speed of sound. You would now have a V-wake. You would be like a Blue Angel aircraft where there would be a cone around your body. There would be a V-wake after your body, the white fog that occurs when you're breaking the sound barrier. You would now have that. Now, the person who's upstream could talk and your voice would get to the person who's downstream. The person who's downstream could talk and their sound waves would not be able to get back up to the person who's upstream. Because the medium of the air is what the speed of sound is relative to. Here's the irony, guys. Einstein releases a paper, his special relativity and everything, and it's exactly that. It's for, as they say, the other name for mentally disabled people is, oh, well, he's special. We can't say something mean. We got to say something nice. It's like, why do we have to candy coat things? Why can't we just call a spade a spade? Someone's mentally disabled. It is what it is. Why do we have to call them special? Okay. The point is, Einstein's special theory of relativity is exactly that. The dude was too fucking stupid to understand that ether, okay, is what the light speed is relative to. The speed of light is a constant as once you know the speed of the ether. And so these idiots in the 1800s and 1900s, when they're trying to prove that Earth is flying through space and moving through the ether, and what is our rate of movement through the ether, they don't understand that there's not a, like, they're sitting there, people are so fucking stupid, man, like really fucking stupid. They're sitting there and they got the Earth going around the solar system and they're saying, well, the Earth should be flowing through the ether. So there should be ether flowing through Earth in one direction. These fucking idiots are too stupid to understand. No. The ether is flowing into Earth from every direction. That is the force of gravity, you mindless fucks. The ether is flowing into Earth and every other planet and every other sun in every direction. It's flowing in to feed to the center of the Earth the lack of ether because atoms are eating it, which is why Earth grows, which is why the sun grows, which is why Jupiter grows, and one day Jupiter will ignite, which scientific community says will happen. They have it halfway and they don't have the other half. How the fuck is Jupiter growing and expanding, but it's not eating anything? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You guys are weird. You guys just like make shit up as you go. And when you say, well, you can't classify us all as you guys. Yes, I can, because where's the other human being explaining that the force of gravity is the flow of ether into a planet, into a star, into a black hole? Where's he at? Einstein didn't say it. Tesla didn't say it. Marconi didn't say it. Newton didn't say it. Nobody said it. And if they said it, it's fucking classified. It's been like lockboxed. And I'm sitting here, I know I'm right because my shit actually adds up. I can explain everything from start to finish. I know I'm right. I can point out where all of your other shit is bullshit. And the scientific community admits we don't know what the fucking force of gravity is. It's the ether wind straight into the fucking planet from every direction to feed the atoms who ate the ether the moment before. It's got to flow in. I can see it. I've got this monetary system that fixes all the problems. I've got this other thing. This is okay. So I started to talk. This is just me creating a diary. People wonder why I put these videos out. It's like, are you trying to impress us? Because we all think you're weird. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care if you think I'm weird. The reason why I'm making these videos isn't really to impress any one of you. I don't genuinely believe any of you have the fucking IQ to even understand what I'm saying right now. I really don't. I've gotten to the point where I realize even the smarter people that I know are just, they're fucking idiots. I don't know how else to put it. And I know that at some point you say, well, Brandon, you have to prove that you're this smart. If you're right, prove it. You're missing the point. Why would I want you guys who are so fucking stupid and all the other people who are even dumber than you to have super weapons? I don't. Why would I want that? I don't. So that's one thing, but I can prove that I'm smart because I had a huge fucking breakthrough this last week, in the last like even 72 hours. So I realized, and I'm just documenting this so that later when I tell the story, people aren't like, oh, you just made that up now. I'm not making it up. I told people as it happened. I told people I've had huge breakthrough. I've got it, and I can explain it, what it is that I figured out. It's not just fiction. I've figured something really big out. It has to do with eBay, Amazon, Bring a Trailer, uh, Cars and Bids, every auction, Facebook Marketplace, every marketplace and auction. I've got something that I figured out that they are going to need so badly that if they don't have it, they're going to go out of business. Like, unless it's a charity, maybe Facebook will just continue their marketplace to just be charitable or whatever, and it's not really. Maybe Facebook Marketplace would continue to exist. I'll say that one would be the one that could get away with not using it because you've already got people at the website for another reason. But all the other websites, whether it's Amazon or eBay or Cars and Bids or Bring a Trailer or whatever it is, these sites will go under if they don't use this technology. And I can't explain it. I can't even give you a brief overview. It's groundbreaking shit. And before, I thought that I had to create a website to um, that I had to create my own website, my own eBay or my own Amazon or whatever. That was my plan, and we've got it like 90% built. It's there. But my gut always said, not yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. And what happened was I got tested. I feel like by the universe, by God, by ether, whatever it is, I got tested this last several weeks where it said, okay, here's money. We gave you the money. Did you make progress on your patent immediately after we gave you the money? And the answer is no. Because why? Because I was like the Russian girl all of a sudden, where it was like I wanting to keep talking about money in my mind, meaning that's what my attention was focused towards. And instead of continuing to work on the patents, like I complained that I needed the money so that I could finish my patents, instead of working on the patents, I continued to sit there and try to make money. Instead of wait until the universe says, now it's time to play with stocks again. And it finally dawned on me, okay, that's one of the things that I'm supposed to learn is I'm a hypocrite. The second thing that I'm supposed to learn is when things go south, how do you behave? When you're at rock bottom and you feel like you're going to become like in a really bad spot, how do you behave? What do you expect of other people? And I was being, due to my stress level, I was just going off on people for legitimate reasons. But it was because my stress level was high that I didn't tolerate their stuff anymore. Like my friend who wants to counter me about the Federal Reserve and the gold standard and says that the world doesn't need my monetary invention, that the gold standard's fine. It's like, do you even know the flaws of the gold system? It's perfect. It's like a Ford Chevrolet debate. These people just get it in their mind that they have something figured out and that Chevrolet's perfect. And it's like, no, they're not. Ford's perfect. No, they're not. Okay, so gold standard's perfect. No, it's not. It has flaws. Do you want to solve those flaws? Because it's not that hard to solve. So anyway, the thing about the big websites, the Amazons and everything, that's what this video is really about that I want to document, is that in the last week, in the last several days, I had this eureka. And it uses technology that I'd already created. It's nothing new to me. But there's a little tweak to it. And the little tweak means everything. It is just, it's unbelievable. And it's the amount of money that this shit's going to generate. Like, and so I'm really at a point where I feel like things kind of happen for a reason. And I know you guys aren't going to like to hear this, but I'm at a point where I'm really not opposed to teaming with whoever is the top dog, whether it's the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers or whatever, because you got to team with somebody. Okay, you got to have some sort of an ally that's already got some money who's going to invest in your company, okay? And it's really just going to be a patent holding company where we're collecting royalties. And we're going to be collecting royalties from eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Cars and Bids, Bring a Trailer, Cars.com, Auto Trader, Manheim, every fucking auction and marketplace of any goods, Alibaba, anything that you can think of that involves buying and selling of goods on the internet. It's, I swear to you, I've got something that's unfucking believably profound. It's just, and once you see it, you're like, yeah, whoever doesn't use that is fucked. Because now that the public knows that that's possible, the other ones that don't use it are fucked. Because the public's not going to want to go back to the old way. The public's absolutely going to want that. And so it's really weird that the timing, because I'm being obnoxious in these videos, but I was not being obnoxious the last month. I was just staying to myself and really like, if there's a God, what do you want me to do? And I'm telling you guys, there's answers. God can reveal things to you, whether it's God or ether or our cells, whatever it is. There's some sort of mechanism there that can reveal things to us. Because originally I wanted to understand, what is gravity? Because I figured if I can solve what gravity is, and it finally like revealed it to me, but not before I came to the conclusion that there has to be a suppression of information regarding super weapons. I had to learn that first. Life put me, and I mean, it wasn't just like something that came to me. It was something that I learned the hard way through experience, through run-ins with people and just different things. There's a whole thing to it all. And I finally came to the conclusion, okay, fine, some things need to stay classified. Therefore, I get it. Democracy is not perfect. You have to end democracy. You have to draw a line and say democracy is not going to work at this point, because you can't have an informed democracy. You can't. I've put this in other videos. I'm going to put it out there again. You can't sit there and say, let's have a democratic vote if nuclear bomb plans should be given to the masses or not, before a nuclear bomb has gone off. So then once a nuclear bomb goes off and everybody can see the damage it causes, then you say, yeah, we don't want those. Now, what if you said yay or nay on the plans to make water worse than a nuke, a weapon made out of water worse than a nuke? There's a lot of people in the military who'd say, we could use that on our battleships and we'll just keep it classified and we're going to win all the wars moving forward. You guys are too short-sighted to understand it's eventually going to fall in the wrong hands and it's going to come back to haunt you. Okay? And so it'll blow up the whole fucking planet. And people don't think that that's possible. People are like, oh, that's so funny. And yet we've proven that you can make a bigger and bigger and bigger nuke to where you could blow up the whole planet. It's not even controversial. It's possible. Or you could put a number of nukes around the planet and blow up the whole planet. You know, that's possible. We've well established that. And yet, the moment you say that you could turn water into a bomb worse than a nuke and tell people that, they don't want to hear it. They're just like, oh, you're in fantasy land. Well, once upon a time, plutonium and uranium blowing up was also fantasy land. We're at this point, guys. We are at a crucial time in human history where the world leaders have done everything they can to disprove ether, to keep you guys from blowing yourselves up, because that's what it's going to come down to. And once I realized, like, it's really weird. Like, once I realized, and I'm not trying to pick on the guy, it's not him alone. He gets to see these videos. It's everybody. There was like a few good people where I thought to myself, you know what? If he gets it, that means there's probably hundreds and thousands and maybe a few million more people out there who also get it. And I'm going to gather those people up and I'm going to protect them, and everybody else is whatever, disposable, so to speak. I'm not going to go out of my way to kill everybody else, but it's just like, these are the people that matter. Everybody else is like, whatever. I don't care what happens to them. And at least that way, I have a clear conscience with the world leaders then moving forward and making everybody else's lives hell. It's like, okay, I've gathered up the good people. I created these surveys. I found the smart people whose minds work right. Here they are. Which I might still do. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to find out who's who in the world. But it's really it got to a point where, because of my friends just being so, I'm just calling a spade, guys. Like, I'm not going to candy coat this, because my friends are just so fucking stupid. It really got to a point where I called a couple of them. I called them out. I said, you guys are stupid. I've been explaining this shit to you for years and you guys don't get it. You guys have a fucking learning disability. And that's it. It is what it is. People just can't get it. They cannot understand what the fuck you're talking about. And so they'd rather believe that gravity is nothing than understand what gravity is. They'd rather believe that what do you call it? The gold reserve has no flaws, instead of understand what are the flaws of the gold reserve. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the solution. They don't want to hear it. They're just fucking stupid people. And you get to a point where you just realize stupid people cannot be trusted with big information because they don't understand the big information. They're going to make the wrong choice. And therefore, democracy has a flaw. And these are people who vote Republican, they're Trump, and you can sit there and say, oh, the Democrats are so stupid, blah, blah, blah. The Democratic masses who fall for the Democratic leaders' lies, the Democratic leaders are not stupid. They're fucking using all this shit to game the stock market and create inflation on purpose to cause the stock market to go up. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing, okay? And raise interest rates on you guys so they can cloak tax you guys more. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not stupid. You're stupid that you think that they're all stupid. They're not stupid people, guys. They're very fucking smart, And if you guys are so smart, why are you doing this to ruin our economy? Because in a zero-sum game like the stock market, for one person to get wealthy, the other person has to lose money. And that's how these guys make their money, is via markets. So yes, they're going to do things that cause your personal economy to go down the drain. And you guys are fucking too stupid to understand that. You think that they're just dumb because you believe in the economy. You don't understand that there's your economy and somebody else's economy. And when your economy gets worse because they vacuum the money out of your fucking bank account, their economy gets better. There's two fucking economies, you stupid fucks. You stupid pieces of shit. I'm so sick of how dumb everybody is. Biden's confused. No, he's not confused. He's acting stupid because he knows that you guys are so fucking stupid that you're going to believe that he's that stupid. It's disgusting. Like, I don't know what the answer is. I'm very frustrated, if you haven't noticed. But I do know what the answer is, because it's weird. Those of you who are like, the Holy Ghost will guide you. The voice of truth, it says you just need to go team up with one of the baddest motherfuckers, the top dog guys, release these inventions that make the world a better place, okay? Make the world more efficient, make the world a better place, release the stuff, and realize that it doesn't matter whether the people that you team up with are good or bad. The invention is the invention. As long as the invention gets out there and the people at the top are okay with its existence because now they're getting a cut of the profits, that's how you make the world a better place. It's like a math equation. The people at the top are still at the top. Did anything change? No. The world became a better place because the invention of the websites. Is that better than the people at the top are still at the top and the websites don't get launched, or the websites get invented by somebody else and now we have to respect some other idiot ahead of... Like, I'm sick of being disrespected. I'm sick of people being so fucking stupid they don't even understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine if you guys want to continue to be so fucking stupid you don't know what I'm talking about. But the thing is, with sheep, they change their stance once they see that the other smarter sheep like you. Then it's like, oh, I know him. I know him. We're good friends. Now they all talk good about you because why? Because they're insecure pieces of shit sheep. They didn't know up front whether what you were explaining or not made any sense. But the moment that everybody else says that it makes sense, now they all, oh yeah, I'm all for him. I agree with him 100%. No, you don't. You were wanting to sit there and fucking argue with me before because you're so fucking stupid. I'm calling a spade, guys. That's it. That's all. See ya.